Dive into our first match here. Yeah, I mean, this hand seems fine, right? It's got Fatal Push and Search. Thanks, I appreciate it. Remember, if you ever can't catch all my content live, there's a bunch of archives on the YouTubes. Oh, I should upload the deck to Stream Decker. Yeah, real quick. What percent of cards did you play that you say you actually own? I don't really own anything. Yay, that's good. Wasn't attached to this hand anyways. Oh, on Magic Online, I don't really own anything on Magic Online. The only cards I actually own on Magic Online are like bulk commons and uncommons. Hey, Wraithmorn with the 213 subscription. Search for Azcanta hype. Good luck in the league today. Thank you, and thank you for re-upping the Twitch Prime subscription. I just change decks far too often to like justify being able to own cards, because like I'd still be borrowing a lot of stuff anyways, so it's like eh. It's a good one to draw for them to not know about. Could be Traditional Jund, could be Shadow. Do you have any advice for someone that wants to play good cards in Modern? Death Shadow is nice this time of year. And like Grixis Shadow. No, I don't own any paper decks either. I haven't played Paper Magic in... Actually, it hasn't been that long because Matt dragged me to a team event. So long, Fatal Push, my old friend. They know about the Damnation now. In one mana 9/9s and 1 mana negate sounds like a reasonable place to be in life. Hey, Stevo! Evo Bandito. That was a good draw. Damnation next turn if we need to. I mean, like, Storm's objectively the best deck in the format, so you get a lot of games where it's a very easy deck. Because like your deck is just significantly better than your opponent's who's like playing worse cards than you. This is probably gonna be a threat. Like a Delve threat. So we're not gonna crack Steve here because I want to use him to block next turn, and I don't have a 4-mana thing to do anymore. Like, if I hadn't lost my Damnation, I might crack Steve there. But because we did, there's really no incentive to. We are for 5 lands, or for 5 lands, so we're a few lands away from lethal. We also need to, like, ideally get through their Stubborn Denial, so we'll want to draw a discard spell at some point here. Go ahead and block here. We'll get a second green source with this. And Steve was so much better when damage used the stack. Let me tell you about back in the day. Damage used the stack. He says, "Would you like to put Island in your discard pile?" I would. I think I'd like to not only flip this sooner, but also try and find an answer to this Gurmag Angler that's beating me down. Like a discard spell as well. And spot check for a stub. Richard Azcanta says Snapcaster Mage. Huh. How do I feel about Snapcaster Mage? Try and snap Damnation? I'm just gonna bin that, I think. Evo! Rewarded for binning it. I'm gonna flip Search next turn. They know our last card is Scapeshift. Steve blocks better. We're looking for, ideally, we want to be able to Inquisition or Thoughtseize before we Scapeshift. Don't Fatal Push Steve. Don't Fatal Push Steve. He has a family. Don't do it. Have a heart, opponent. Have a heart. Don't call against Command Steve and make me discard. Oh no. Oh no, Steve-o. Or Steve. Just trying to make ends meet over there. Getting pushed off a cliff. Sakura-Tribe Elder, STE. Starts to spell Steve. Alright, so the search is gonna flip next turn. Steve! No, Steve! What a home wrecker. Alright, so if we hit a land for the turn, an untapped land, we could search into a discard spell and discard spell plus Scapeshift next turn. Put Stomping Ground into the bin. No, I'm gonna go ahead, because this still flips, right? Then if you have 7 or more, so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the Stomping Ground will be 9. So, no, I'm not going to put this in my bin. Yes, I would like to transform this. Activate this, looking for a discard spell. On a bunch of ramp spells. Alright, I'll search for tomorrow, and then I'm pretty sure we're just jamming it at this point. Into play, and cast this, you got a stub, you got a stub. They always had this. They didn't have the stub! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's plenty lethal, right? Valakut. Where are my mountains? Where are my mountains at? Cinder Glade. Stomping Ground. Steam Vents. I would not like to pay 2 life. Alright, triggers, target you. Trigger, target you. Trigger, target you. So we tried to find it, but like, so the reason why we just jammed there is because we'd like to be able to just use the search for Azcanta to find another Bring to Light or another Scapeshift next turn. So jamming there is definitely correct, even when we miss the discard. Alright, so I think I want this Abrupt Decay and this Dispel. I think that the 1 Damnation is probably fine. I just didn't want the Madcap Maiden because it's kind of clunky. I only want that in matches where it's going to be really good. The idea for Madcap is for, pick the one you want, dude. Point at it. It's for Eldrazi-tron and Affinity. I don't think I want a second Damnation. Second Damnation is kind of clunky. I really don't have a ton of cards I want to cut here. I want, like, I know I want this Abrupt Decay. I think I want this Dispel. Honestly, I can see the Dispel even being too tight to bring in. Maybe the Maelstrom Pulse is clunky. That's probably a pretty good cleanup card, though. Okay, okay. Figured out. This is Jeff trying to like Modern. Oh, I want the Chameleon Colossus is literally for this matchup. It just like blocks a bunch and kills them. Killing them is nice. Alright, maybe I don't want that. Maybe the Maelstrom Pulse is clunky. I think I'd rather have this. Sure, a Snapcaster Mage maybe. It's extra discard and extra Scapeshifts though. I should have thought through board plans a little bit before we started playing. I just want a little bit more action. Maybe I can trim a ramp spell. Got a ramp spell. Grind. This is the type of matchup where Thoughtseize is great, because Thoughtseize is reasonable in this matchup even when we go long. Okay, so I'm going to give everyone some really good advice when you're playing against Death Shadow. Don't mulligan keepable hands. If it's close to keepable, snap it off. If it's close to keepable, snap it off, because they're just going to Thoughtseize you and Inquisition you. It's why this is a miserable best deck to have in the format. You can't play good Magic against it. The play patterns that discard spells create is just much less enjoyable than the play patterns that counter spells create. A version of this deck with 4 cryptic commands too that we probably will try at some point. Yeah, man, I'm a realist. I'm just I can recognize that something doesn't create enjoyable play patterns, but also recognize that it's the most powerful thing in the format and it's what I need to be doing. Like, as a competitive player and someone who enjoys talking about game design, I can think both of those things. I can think the play patterns aren't great and also know that these cards are powerful, so I should play them if I want to win. There isn't some moral ground to stand on where and be like, this isn't reasonable, so I'm not going to play it. It's like, no, it's just like, do the thing that's going to win. Yeah, kinda, JW. Like, that's why you just, like, board it out in the matches where it's a miserable top deck, right? Like, the only reason I left my Thoughtseizes in here is because my opponent has 1 mana negates in their deck, so, like, I want to spot check for 1 mana negates before I do my thing. Like, against the decks, like, when we were talking earlier about board plans, I said we cut the 7, like, how many cards do we have against Affinity? Because I want to cut 7 discard spells against them. He's looking for the stream, maybe. Maybe their cat spilled their drink. Maybe their toddler needed a diaper change, you know. Stuff happens. But everyone's having a great morning and hang out and play some Scapeshift first this morning. I think we're going to play some Grixis Delver after this. It'll be awful, because you shouldn't try to metagame Modern. You'll queue in with that deck and you'll play against Storm and Tron and all these other decks that never have a discard spell in sight. Don't metagame Modern. Play something objectively powerful that kills your opponent. When I say Grixis Delver, I mean in the format where it's good, so in Legacy. Grixis Delver, best deck, NA, and Legacy. Does your deck have a powerful linear non-interactive draw? Alright, ours does. We get to go search into Sakura into Scapeshift on 4. Just for some reason that's not discard. But it is disconnected. Oh no. No, opponent, come back. Time to be alive. I top 16 to Grand Prix with Delver of Secrets in my deck in Modern. It was great. Fantastic time. It was like circa 2012, 2011. That's forever ago. Feels like a different lifetime. Casual Jeff and his Spell Stutter sprites and his Delver of Secrets. And his Telling Times. Oh lordy, Telling Times. Let me tell you about a time when we played Telling Time with Delver of Secrets. It was glorious. Ooh, I'm silent. Before they banned all the loot. No, it played Telling Time and no other cantrips. This was any cantrips, man. You just raw dogged it. He had main deck Pillar of Flame though, because Pod was a thing. I really liked playing against Pod. Pod created a lot of, like, really interesting and dynamic board states, so it was, like, fun to play against as an interactive deck. As someone who, like, enjoys playing crappy control decks in Modern, I'd much rather play against Birthing Pod than Collected Company. Back with a full head of hair and no kids. Yeah, exactly. Back to understands. I can show you how you set up the mana base for that. I've got it doesn't have Reman's index. I think Reman's kind of poorly positioned, but I also put this together last night while we're waiting for our opponent to reconnect. This is a more traditional cryptic command Scapeshift deck. That being said, the idea with the discard is that the discard helps search for Azcanta flip faster, and search for Azcanta is really powerful, so I think it's worth trying to enable that. Want to join back? Yeah, so maybe we'll try this. Part of the problem is that, so part of the reason why Cryptic Command is playable is we have all these basic islands, because we have Sakura-Tribe Elder and Search for More to help fix our mana too. The list of cards I think are safe unbans in Modern is long. It's Twin, Pod, Bloodbraid Elf, Dig Through Time, Treasure Cruise, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Stoneforge Mystic. Gosh, I'm sure I'm forgetting someone in there. Like that, just put all the fair cards back into Modern. All of these cards. None of the cards I just listed would beat up on Death Shadow. Most of them probably wouldn't even beat up on Eldrazi-tron. Like, I think all of those cards. No, Hypergenesis should stay banned. I don't want more degenerate combos than Modern. I want them to unban a bunch of cards that encourage people to play slow, dirtily interactive Magic. Simian Spirit Guides. Yeah, exactly. So, fun fact, I actually think that had Dig Through Time and Cruise been legal for slightly longer, people would have figured out that Dig was better than Cruise in Modern, just like in Legacy. We kept the Cinder Glade. I am on full tilt. I went down to 10 mountains, Bob. I think I went down. This is something I should know. How many mountains are in our deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that can't be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're down to 10 mountains, so I didn't want to be cycling one if we were on 10. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Show me what you got. What you got, what you got, what you got. Put the dukes up. Put them up. Oh. You have one card I can take. Alright. A lot of Delverinos there. A lot of... See, like this hand. Like, people talk about Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise being too powerful for Modern. I would much rather my opponent was casting Treasure Cruise on turn 2 than putting a 4-5 into play. Like, can we just not? Can we not have a turn 2 4-5? Just Inquisition into turn 2 4-5? Like, is it really so... Do people really hate games going long so much that they don't want their opponent to draw cards? That's all I want out of life. Would like for my opponent to draw cards instead of trying to kill me. I just want a world where drawing cards is... The cards that draw cards are so good, we want to draw cards instead of kill each other. Is that really asking so much? Goyf too good for Modern? No, Goyf dies to Fatal Push, which is relevant. I'm going to take this Death Shadow away. Put the Cinder Glade into play tapped. Pass the turn. They have Big Fish, and now one card I don't know. I might have to make decisions to lose the game. Yep. Oh, man, I get it. I get it. Okay, this is actually a pretty good draw, because it means I can fetch a basic and then Damnation. Well, I guess if I fetch a basic, I can't play Search. Oh, please play a Big Fish this turn. They know I have a Damnation, right? So they're not going to play the fish. Nope. Terminate. Pretty good. Stop on my opponent's turn and terminate this. Alright, they have 2 big fish in their hand, so we'll probably have to Damnation one of those away next turn. No, I don't think playing the Search is worth taking 2 extra points of damage. That might be incorrect. I don't know, going to 5 means we're dead to a single Gurmag Angler hit. They're probably going to Min Delve since they have another Gurmag Angler in their hand. You need to hit a Snapcaster Mage or either Terminate or another Damnation or Bring to Light. There's a deck list on the screen. Big old button. If you're on mobile, you're going to want to go to the stream information section. We're thought scouring? Sure. Oh, this lets them play Gurmag as well, I guess? Or like looking for a discard spell? Card spells are fun. They make games interesting. I have plenty of green, I have plenty of red, I have plenty of black, so... Watery Grave? Their hand is Gurmag Angler, Gurmag Angler. Position doesn't do anything. Add a lightning bolt here. Body is ready. A little punish for not playing the Search out. They drew a Thoughtseize. Good stuff, good stuff. Should Inquisition there. I feel like we're light on ways to kill their larger poopers. So Abrupt Decay in the board might be bad. Maybe I want this Damnation for that reason. The Damnation was a little awkward there. I'd rather have the spot removal. Only want this Maelstrom Pulse. I want like 1 less discard spell and slightly more things that play to the board. I can see that being true. Although I guess... I mean, yeah, this is a hand. Again, don't mulligan a lot against the deck full of discard spells, because if your hand has lands in it, you should probably keep. If your hand has lands in it, you should probably keep. You. Maybe I'm supposed to have Blood Crypt on one there. I can push. Doesn't matter. Morning, Mike, tonight. Wonder if this deck even wants to go 3-3 with push and terminate. Now, push is probably better in other places. Well, I guess terminate's probably marginally better against. I don't have a blue-green land to get with this, do I? That's a shock. Oh, I guess this gets a blue land down the line, right? Green here. Suspending this now because I don't want to run it into a soft stub. Go. That's interesting. Right? I mean, they're not hitting our mountain, so we got that going for us. Pulse at 10. Next turn, I can search and then snap search. Shadow. A Delve creature too. This is game 3. We lost our Damnation, so that's something not stellar for us. These Dorkos turn on their Stubborn Denials, which sucks. Opponent showing even when you put awful cards in the best deck's still really good. Ugh. When did they said so many cards they wanted to cut against us that they brought this in? We're counter squalling the back. That's bad for us because it likely means that they have multiple counter spells here. Yep, that's fine. I like that card anyways. I should have played the Stomping Ground, right? So if I play Scapeshift, I don't have to shock to play it. Guess we could die here, right? Like, take command in a bolt. My body is ready to get negated. Oh, Fatal Push. You are not Path to Exile. You are not Path to Exile. Removal. That do a lot. And even if we're not, we don't get removal, like, probably getting negated next turn. Yeah, right? Really? Are there grindy mid-range decks in the format that aren't playing Abrupt Decay? Exactly, Burgle. Exactly. How friendly is this league? We're playing garbage Scapeshift. Man. Alright, this is good. This is healthy. I need a reminder every once in a while of why we shouldn't spend my own money to play Modern. We should only play Modern with house money. I'm basically doing the world a public service, just like letting them know why they shouldn't try and do things like this. You should just pick up your linear decks and run with them. And that seems pretty good, right? It's got Fatal Push, it's got Stevo. Bottom of Terminate, probably regret that decision later, but just want to draw some lands with this hand, I think. 0-1-1-2 pair down. Humans is an aggro deck. Anyone who tells you otherwise is lying to you. Maybe I'm supposed to push that? Yeah. Am I having fun? Oh, it's good. It's elves and not the Blood Moon deck. Sweet. Alright, so we're gonna wait on cracking... No, I'm not gonna wait on cracking Steve. I'm gonna crack Steve now. We'll get an Island. Island is your land. Island is my land. Do 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 do. Do you think Ashiok's good in the Grixis Shadow Mirror? That doesn't seem very likely. A lot of their cards cost a lot of mana, right? It's like exactly Shadow that I can put into play reasonably. I haven't enjoyed Modern in a long time. I've been desperately flailing around trying to find a deck I enjoy in Modern, but I've been failing at it for a while now. I can like kind of stomach playing Tron. Tron isn't terrible. Tron's a control deck at least. I just want to like hang out and draw a bunch of cards, right? Like Tron at least cantrips a bunch. Burgle understands. So this is actually, this deck might be misbuilt by a card. It's possible I should have a copy of Hunting Wilds in my deck. If I had a copy of Hunting Wilds, I'd bring to light for Hunting Wilds in a heartbeat. You Damnation here? Really? Nah, I'm gonna get more value out of this. This is fine. I could take 3 to 4. I'm kind of sad if they pass with Collected Company up, but like I don't really have a ton more interaction in my hand, so I think I want this Damnation to do a little bit more than just clear these two guys away. If your goal is to win, you should be playing Storm. Storm is the best deck in Modern right now, and I don't think it's particularly close. We have a Court of Calling. Yeah, there's a Selfless Spirit in their deck that's about to make me very sad. Probably non-zero. Second blue, second black. Like, if I would have gotten Hunting Wilds last turn, I could have almost killed them this turn. Yeah, the deck's just not very good. There's a lot of decks that draw cards in Modern. I just like, I don't enjoy spending a bunch of money. Like if we had a Modern ladder that was free to play on, we'd play a ton of crappy control decks, lots of iterations, just because like it wouldn't cost me $2 a match to lose with bad control decks. But when it's costing me $2 a match to lose with bad control decks, I just don't want to play them. That's good for us. Alright, I mean, I don't have anything going on here. Am I just... I think I'm casting this for a Search for Tomorrow. That sounds. There should probably be a Hunting Wilds in my deck. Probably be a Hunting. Next turn I can snap the search. Okay. Forest. Sit on that. We'll kill them next turn. Thoughtseize, take a little information with me on the way out the door. That's a handful of Magic cards right there. Let me tell you what. Alright, my opponent doesn't want to play Magic anymore. Usually don't have problems getting all of your colors in this deck. Usually it's never been an issue in my experience. What are the odds they're cold to this? Non-zero? Non-zero chance they just like can't beat Platinum Emperion? I feel like there's a non-zero chance they just can't beat Platinum Emperion. Is this good? They can't kill it. Flash this stuff back. What about Dispel? But I did not see search. It seems fine. So this is a critical mass deck, so like if your hands are close to keepable, you want to keep them. You want to make all your line drops, so fucking Cliff. Why there's two options on Fatal Push, no one will ever know, just Magic Online things. Oh good. Kept to one lander, God bless. I'm gonna be pretty aggressive about binning things with this just so we can flip it as soon as possible. Search into my bin. No, because I can play that right away. I guess I could suspend this and hold up this Abrupt Decay. That seems fine. So when they play another elf, I can Abrupt Decay one of these Heritage Druids in response. All the Druids. Keeps them off of having mana for a turn. Which says Steve-O. And Steve for now. Another search for Azcanta. Tilt. Tilt! Could I have flipped this next turn? Yeah, if I'd have played this fetch, I could have flipped this next turn, right? So that was a mistake. Because the search would hit the bin would be 5, this would be 6, and this card would be 7. Yeah, so I should have played the fetch there. But Scapeshift into your discard pile. No, right? They're dead next turn. Because this plus this. Yep. Hey, Equinix with the 213 subscription. Thank you, and welcome back. I really appreciate that. Subs are the best way you can support my content here, so I appreciate the continued support. This is 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be land number 8. I'm gonna bin whatever we see here. Yes, put Damnation into my bin. Yes, transform. This. Yeah, Scapeshift. 2, 3, 4. Opponent playing Magic. While we're waiting for the next batch to pop, I would just like to say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're at here. Thanks for choosing to be part of the day here with us. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a TCG player and content producer, and we are searching far and wide for both Tomorrow and Azcanta and a deck that I enjoy playing in Modern. If you're enjoying what you see, please hit that follow button. It helps other people find my stuff, and it doesn't cost you anything. If you're really enjoying what you see and want to help me produce more TCG content, the best way you can do that is by subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors, mtgotraders.com. Love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on all of your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you could save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you could save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, and sleeves with them. You could upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of custom artwork they have on their website. And finally, SpareDeck.com. They offer kind of a unique service. Let's say you want to try something kind of crazy like this, but you don't own all the cards for it. You can rent any physical, standard, or modern deck from SpareDeck. You can rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month. They also have a service you can pay a flat rate per month and always have a deck rented out for them, which is kind of sweet. Someone who changes decks a lot seems super convenient. And a little... But how is the opponent dead there? Scapeshift finds the card Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle, along with a bunch of mountains, and all the mountains deal damage to my opponent. You tried playing 8-rack. No, the play patterns in that deck aren't particularly appealing to me. I'm really needy. I need my decks to be interesting. I play Magic because I enjoy puzzles, and like if a game of Magic doesn't feel like a puzzle to me, it doesn't feel like it was interesting. All right, Affinity. Alright, that fetch is actually really good because it means I can fetch a basic Swamp here and not have to worry about not having all my colors. Swamp. Use you. Master of Ethereum, Galvanic Blast. Alright, Affinity mulliganed and has a miserable hand. God bless. This Healy deck is just exceedingly slow and fair for Modern. Really exceedingly slow and fair. Forest here. We have 6 basics in our decks. We have 4 left that we can find with things like Search for Tomorrow and Sakura-Tribe Elder. I'm supposed to push this off a cliff so he doesn't have mana to make with it. Probably doesn't matter. Alright, it mattered. I'm wrong. Should have pushed that. Yeah, sure. Search for Azcanta. Alright, well, I'm gonna fetch Shock here. Snap, Fatal Push, this Master of Ethereum. That's pretty good. Another forest here. Hey, Arc Vanna with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For another search for Azcanta tilt. I'm gonna attack with this. They put it in my bin. I flip my search next turn. I'm gonna play this and then play this, and then next turn I'll probably bring the light for Damnation. Like to put Scapeshift in your bin. Huh. That's a tough one. I think I actually want the Scapeshift, right? Which means I don't get to flip this turn, which is a little sad, but deal. That. Reaches. I'd like to put Terminate in my bin. I would, because I'd like to form that. I'm just looking for lands at this point, right? Well, I guess I could do this. Nah, I wanna activate this, I think. Push or Evo. Game's pretty locked up. Okay. Schwamp here. That's not quite lethal, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't have another green to go get. If I had another green source, this would be lethal this turn. There's really no benefit to pushing this now because they have the Mox Opal to make colored mana with anyways, so. You're dead. You're dead, friendo. Try and find Azcanta while we're at it. Any order. Let's get an island. JK, have the Scapeshift. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I might as well go for all of them, right? Have any mountains hiding out anywhere else? Yep. So you get Valakut, and then 6 mountains as a total of 36 to our opponent. Plenty of mountains in here to get. No, I would not like to pay life for these things. Stack. They don't concede, you shoot their thing too. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of all the discard spells, bring in Madcap and that, and Damnation, and Creeping Corrosion, and this, and this, and these two. I have too many cards to dispatch up, huh? Too many cards, too many dicks on the dance floor. Gotta. Search is probably a fine cut. You bring in Slaughter games against ad nauseam. Other Scapeshift decks. Decks that rely. Decks that are named after a card. Got a Scapeshift? I don't hate that. Like, never want to draw 2 of them. I like cutting Scapeshift more than cutting Search, I think. You got 10 mountains. You only need, if you have 8 lands in play, you only need 3 mountains in your deck to deal 18 damage to them, so running out of mountains isn't something that happens terribly often. It seems great. Just like turn 3 Madcap. Oh no! I have an Inkbot deck this. Hitting, sure. Second Inkbot that gets you right. Yeah, different one. Different version of Rangers. What do you want? You want wings? Got bots. Yep. Cross for 4 here. Oh, wait. Turn off auto yields. Need to sacrifice Steve-O here. Go. Turn 4, bring to light for Creeping Corrosion. Send that message, right? So I'm taking 7 here. I actually don't have a way to interact with this, right? I have Terminate. I'm an idiot. I mean, they're dead on our end tap, right? This is 5, 6, 7, and then Bring to Life for Scapeshift kills them. They could have a Spell Piercer or Stubborn Denial here. In fact, we want to make sure to terminate it in response to the plating being attached to it because of Stubborn Denial. Then do a Spell Pierce here. Alright, good stuff. You want the bus? You want bus? We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray. We did it. Wait. This still counts as dealing damage? That's weird. Things that are good to know, I guess. Ew. When you draw your affinity sideboard cards, it just didn't need them. Opponent concedes. Got him. We're 2-1. Right. XO in games against non-Death Shadow decks. Glad we got a solid this is why we have Platinum Emperion game on our board. The kiddo's not old enough for school yet. My oldest is in half-day preschool. That's why he's not here in the mornings, but Declan is only 2.5, so he not gonna be at school for a little while. It's okay, it's a little dirtily. Opponent's playing a typical modern deck, we might be in trouble. Like turn 2 Steve is probably never a mulligan. Also on the draw, which is a little scary. Oh man, am I gonna get lit on fire? Oh baby, maybe not. Ooh, oh, oh, ooh. What you got, friendo? What's going on the other side of the table? Don't show me 6 lightning bolts. Don't show me 6 lightning bolts. Oh god, they're about to show us 6 lightning bolts. Reading pool. Interesting. Infect? Infect! Traditionally speaking, this matchup is miserable for Scapeshift. Just if anyone's aware, last time Scapeshift was a deck, Infect was also a deck. It's not good for the Scapeshift home team. Oh, kidding me? Just alright, sure. Confirmed Infect. Super dead dual land here. I'm just gonna let these trade if they pass priority. Well, I guess this gives me Terminate for next turn. Now, I think I just need to hit the land. Modern is a fun format where the decks are very interactive. Alright, we bring in Crumble to dust because Ink Moss is actually just that obnoxious. Matchup Research is probably a little slow. I think I can afford Scapeshift. What cards am I cutting? What are we just like cutting all of the searches? Is that the line? Is that, and I still need another cut here. Like I don't. Maybe Damnation isn't good enough. Maybe. You know, sometimes they have multiple things in play and you like really want a Damnation. First. Yep. Overgrown Tomb. Inquisition on 1 just in case they're only threats to Glistener Elf. Moth as well. No, Burgle, you die. You die if they kill the Platinum Angel, because the Platinum Angel, your health total still changes. The Angel, you don't lose the game, but you still take all the damage. Blossoming Defense here. Which one do you want, Declan? Okay, okay. I love missing land drops in my 26 land deck. It's a real treat. Real treat. Maybe I'm just supposed to leave up Fatal Push here so they can't just, like, shove for 5. Ugh. I can push Snap Push next turn, so we got that going for us. We're gonna get to cast our Search. Go through 2 to 3 turns. I want the games to go past 2 to 3 turns. I want the average game to last 6 to 9 turns. That is what I want out of a format in Magic. I want the average game to last somewhere between 6 and 9 turns. That is a reasonable game where you are able to interact with your opponent in a reasonable fashion. It gives you plenty of time to do things. We're just dead to a Groundswell, right? We're gonna end step push. Yeah, formats of Magic where you actually get to play Magic. The Modern's really popular for 2 reasons. 1, people like playing non-rotating formats. And 2, People don't actually like playing Magic, they like the idea of playing Magic. The long games in Modern are really interesting, but they're outside the norm. Like, the norm isn't this game was long and interesting. The norm is this game was short and brutal and I just died. He's not a Blossom. He's Become Immense and then 3 cards I don't know. Here's the protection spell for lethal. Short and brutal, yep. I'm short and blunt. I don't know about brutal. I guess brutal's probably another way to phrase blunt. Dead Spell Pierce, dead to Might of Old Corrosa, or dead Vines, dead to Blossoming Defense. I'm sure they have it. They wouldn't be going in on this here if they didn't have it. Yeah, dead me. Okie doke. Good shit. Entire Modern League in just about an hour. Alright. Hopefully we can get our fun bucks back out of this league and not have wasted money in addition to having regret. Kill me! Can you kill me, please? Please kill me dead. Still have the dream of obtaining an entire treasure chest. The good news is, because this is a friendly league, if we lose this next match, I've spewed at most $4. It only cost me $4 for the privilege of dying repeatedly. Fish Gristlebrand. Seems fine. And it seems fine. Opponent mulliganed? No, I don't think so. We didn't lose that game because of mana efficiency, Burgle. We didn't lose that game because of mana efficiency. You don't lose games to infect because of mana efficiency 9 times out of 10. You lose games to infect because they had protection spells for both of your removal spells. Like, the line ends up being exactly the same. No, I don't care about that one. I think I'm actually gonna take this because it messes with my my search for Azcanta if I draw it. Tickets cost $1. That's what they cost. They're $1 per ticket. Snaring Bridge. Don't care about that one. Ooh, do not care about that one either. I think we're gonna play Grixis Delver in Legacy after this. My wife told me she has something she wants to do as a family on Saturday, so I can't play the Modern thing anyways, which is that's probably a gift more than anything, right? Am I shocking this in? I'm just gonna pass. I might save the Snapcaster for a ramp spell. And again, just like a draw where like this being having hunting wilds in my deck would be fantastic. I'm gonna snap Thoughtseize here. Yep, Modern Challenge happens every Saturday. Modern Vintage Commander? There's a third one. I don't know. There's a third one that's one of the bad formats. Commander's really terrible. Although I guess they banned a bunch of stuff, so maybe Commander's not as terrible. They just have a land in their hand. This Creeping Tarpit can't attack me, right? Attack? Good deal. Good stuff. Don't have to worry about dying to this Creeping Tarpit. Nah, I'm really not into Teamer Energy Mirrors. Really not into Teamer Energy Mirrors. Again, if I had a Hunting Wilds, they'd die next turn. So if you are going to play this deck, people that are watching YouTube in the future or right now, put a Hunting Wilds in the deck. I don't know, play a 61st card, close your eyes, cut something at random. Dealer's choice, really. Put this Nile Spellbound back on top of your deck? Sure. And I guess I did discard it, so like... And it does replace itself, so... Harm no fall. In the Pauper Challenge. No idea, I don't play Pauper. Pauper... Outside of the Pauper Challenge, Pauper isn't really a competitive format. The only deck I enjoy playing in Pauper is mostly unplayable on Magic Online because it's so slow. So on 7 lands, Scapeshift can only deal 18 points of damage, so I'm gonna pass the turn here. Next turn we'll play the Verdant Catacombs, then we can Scapeshift for 36 points of damage. The reason why you double from 18 to 36 when you go from 7 to 8 lands is because you get a second Valakut out. No, you can't bring to light for 5. Don't have a white source. It's not worth playing one. The consistency with which you'd be able to bring to light for 5 is not real. Sweet. Our opponent has died. They're not aware yet, but an opponent has died. Oh wait, they could have an artifact that's troublesome, right? Doppler Foundry, our opponent has died. And again, it's just like, we streamed with the deck that our opponent's playing a little bit. Just like playing metagamey decks like that are like hoping to attack the opponent on a particular axis as opposed to being proactive is just like generally not great in Modern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're all lit up green. Goes in the bin. Second Valakut. Stomping Ground. Cinder Glade. Blood Crypt. Mountain. Crypt. Right. Know a whole bunch. Bigger. All triggers target same, please. Oh god, we're gonna have to click yes and then click no, don't redirect too. What a tilt. Is it less clicking if I just kill the Tezzeret? I have more than enough triggers to kill the Tezzeret, right? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 triggers, so that's 36 damage. So always yes, always yield. Yes, redirect. Yes, redirect. I said always yes. Always yes. Yes. Hey, look, they died. Good job making me click through that, opponent. You think you're gonna time me out? There was a Nick Fit Scapeshift deck in Legacy for a little while. Alright, what are we doing here? Creeping Corrosion. Is this a Madcap matchup? I feel like there's a non-zero chance this is a Madcap matchup. Is that insane? It might be insane for thinking that. You must not have played Modern, yep. Oh, it's for each Valakut. God, that's annoying. Good stuff. Thank you for pointing that out. I more just mean like, is it a Madcap matchup for the sake of an alternative win condition? Because like their bridges are coming out, right? So like, is it a Madcap matchup for the sake of having an 8/8 to beat them to death with? The Esper Goryo deck does not need more slow, clunky grind in it. It's not what it needs. It's not fixing problems that deck has. Slaughter Games probably doesn't do anything. You'd pay for another Belcher run. In. Call. Call. 10 out of 10 play Belcher with house money. Oh, they have Thopter Sword anyways? Okay, yeah, I like that. That's true. Do I want Slaughter Games for Thopter Sword? Nah, that's probably narrow. Got ways to remove it. Alright, yeah, let's go. Its problems are that it's too fair. Its nut draw isn't good enough. Is the problem. The mana base in this deck is misbuilt. Thanks, Ryan Hoovis. I don't have a breeding pool to fetch because I hate myself. Really want to fetch a breeding pool here. Can't. I shouldn't count on other people to build mana bases for me. I should just do it myself. Buddy Ryan and I were bullshitting about this deck last night. He's like, I've got the mana, it's perfect. It's just like, oh. One of these Overgrown Tomb should be a breeding pool. They have Thopter Sword quickly, we could be in trouble. Pentad Prism, okay. I mean, like, how are they getting the thing to... How are they getting it in the bin to surgical it? Are they, like, discarding it or counterspelling it? You should use Google Chrome, the latest version of Google Chrome. Extirpate. Alright, I'm gonna take Thopter Foundry out of here, because this one comes back. They could Deseret next turn. H.O. Steve, get people with the People's Cannon with the $12 donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will belch you after this. Lord knows that's more exciting than Grixis Delver. No, the red-green deck is just better. The red-green deck is linear and non-interactive, and that's everything you want to be doing in Modern. You want to be ignoring your opponent to the utmost. How hard can you ignore your opponent is the question you want to ask yourself in Modern. Probably going to be a Tezzeret. Let's do. Library for an artifact. Put it in Creeping Corrosion, right? Not total stupid. Mostly stupid. Artifacts you control become 5/5s. Cast this again. Island. True. There's nothing I love more than missing land drops in my 26 land deck. I'm just really good at it. Just like kept 2 lands on the draw, missed our 3rd land drop on 3. God bless you, Search for Tomorrow. God bless you. X is 4. We're aiming for 4. Witchbane Orb? Sure. Sure. You are orbed, opponent. Yep. And my opponent, notably, not killing me. Things that are worth a note here. My opponent's doing a lot of things. None of them involve killing me. Which I appreciate, opponent. I really do. Oh, I can't Thoughtseize you. Alright, let's loot. That. This. I'm just gonna cast Search for Tomorrow, right? They want to extirpate my Search for Tomorrows, the more power to them. They had a discard spell to be pretty bad for us because they could take Scapeshift and then extirpate it, and then we're like on the Jace alt win plan. So their hand right now is Sword of the Meek, extirpate, and then 2 cards I don't know. Hopefully they play a couple artifacts here, and then I can just bring to light for Creeping Corrosion next turn. The Witchbane Orb is going away. The Witchbane Orb is going away. We have plenty of answers to the Witchbane Orb. Plenty of answers to the Witchbane Orb. You getting a Ghost Quarter? Sure. I'll play Sword of the Meek here. It's a deck with a powerful linear game plan. Seems very, very reasonable. Search for Azcanta. Do you want to put Inquisition in my bin? Yes. Land, sweet. We're just like clearing the way here, right? We're gonna get negated. Bit of a counterspell here, right? Counterspell, we could be in trouble. So Search is going to flip next turn, and then we can Thoughtseize plus Scapeshift. So they're dead. I guess I could have Thoughtseize last turn. I believe our opponent is dead. That means we get our fun bucks back. We get to blast people with the People's Cannon. Oh no, they left in Staring Bridge their deck. Well, I'm really glad we didn't board a Platinum Emperion. Ghost Quarter doesn't actually prevent us from killing them, so tapping that is fine. Actually matter. Look, a bunch of cards that don't matter. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yep. Four, five, seven. The sideboard just 15 cards to hedge bird, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are videos of us playing Kiki in the last month on my YouTube channel if you would like video proof of why that deck is bad. Alright, so now, because my opponent's made us click through it, I'm gonna go get the Belcher deck together while we sit here. Because if it's worth their time to sit here and make us wait, I'm gonna make them wait. Don't fuck with me. They are allowed to make me wait, but I'm allowed to make them wait too. So if this is worth their time, they can sit here while I go do other things. We're gonna play some Goblin Charbelcher here in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Some big Belcher. Oh, I made some changes to the Belcher deck, didn't I? Okay, updated the board a little bit. Let nobody accuse us of not being petty, right? Yeah, I added Reforge the Soul. And I got other things to do. I'm not gonna look. They are allowed to value their time however they want. I'm not wasting my time. I'm getting cards together for the next deck here. As soon as we're ready to put the deck next to that sweet black. No, we're gonna play traditional Belcher. The black Belcher deck seems really bad. We're gonna play traditional Belcher. Be people's cannon. God bless people that send money for us to blast people. Y'all are the real heroes. All right, fine. Always yes. Always yield. No. 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 All right, I'm gonna leave that one there for a second. Other one. No, Jeff wastes more of their time. I'm not gonna waste our own time, but I'm gonna get everything ready for Goblin Charbelcher while they sit here and wait. Yes, the cleanest of living. Look at that. All right. All right. No, don't redirect. I say stop hitting him. He's already dead, but he's not dead yet. All right. And remember, if you